And that's one of the big problems with the modern the modern politics in general, is that so many governments of the West have essentially been captured by big corporate interests. And we saw that in the last 2 years, the extent to which pharmaceutical corporatism has dominated the ideologies of the Western government. The ideology of safetyism, which is pushed deliberately by the pharmaceutical corporate interests, pushed at the expense of the concepts of individual and national freedoms. And so that's something to be aware of. And to what extent are those candidates, all of them, including Kemi Badenoch, to what extent are they aware that the governments of the West right now are subject to this pharmaceutical corporatism that's promoting safetyism rather than freedom? Do they see that that's an agenda that's been put upon them, or are they just going along with it because it sounds hunky-dory to them? It's a good question, and I don't know, but we need people who have that depth of understanding of where we are at the moment, because just talking about tax cuts and the freedom of the individual or something like that, it's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it anymore. I mean, we're living in dangerous times where the whole concept of what the West has known about democracy is almost like up for grabs, where at any time the system can shut us down. We've seen that. Shut up our bank accounts, stop us travelling, lock us down on pain of being put in prison. That's still there. That's just sitting there. Do we have somebody who's going to fight against that? And when you look at these candidates, are they strong enough to do that? I don't know. I don't know if they are. I'd like to think that they are, and if they're not, that they will grow to become so.